In the darkness of the night, a glittering message that appeared on the screen echoed in the silence. This message, seemingly ordinary enough to escape anyone's attention, was actually the first spark of a much larger catastrophe. At that moment, no one realized it, but this image that popped up on an ordinary internet user's screen was opening a door to the darkest corners of the digital world. Within a few hours, news channels around the world were focused on this mysterious event, and as people tried to understand what was happening, they became lost in a sea of chaos and uncertainty. Everyone had one question in mind: how could such personal and intimate information suddenly spread across the globe? Perhaps no one could have predicted that such a simple mistake would lead to such destructive consequences. However, this incident, planned in a deep corner far from prying eyes, not only upended the lives of a few people, but also exposed the fragility and vastness of the security gaps in the digital world. The complex structure behind this massive leak was woven with small but critical details hidden between the lines. More names were being revealed with each passing moment, and every new development deepened the story further. However, before that depth could be fully understood, it had grown into an uncontrollable avalanche. This was more than just a scandal. It was the harbinger of a storm that unveiled the dark side of the internet. The year 2014 was recorded as one of the biggest crises Hollywood had ever faced. Private photos of hundreds of famous actors and models, including Amber Heard, Jennifer Lawrence, Selena Gomez, Kim Kardashian, and Kate Upton, suddenly began to spread rapidly on the internet. While the world tried to understand where these leaked photos had come from, the internet turned into a battlefield. As news channels broadcast every moment of this massive leak, more private photos of the individuals affected were revealed before they had a chance to make a statement or secure the source of the leak. This event went down in history, not just as a scandal, but as one of the greatest threats the world of digital security had ever encountered. The problem was far bigger and more complex than initially thought. Behind this terrifying leak were groups known as hackers, gathered on anonymous internet forums like Fappening. These hackers, rooted in the underground world of the internet, had orchestrated what would go down in history as the Fappening. This massive leak, which suddenly emerged on digital platforms, not only affected the private lives of a few celebrities, but also revealed just how insecure the internet could be. The impact of the leak remained in the headlines for days, and many people began to question their own digital security. Let's go back to August 31st, 2014. At that time, it was an ordinary day on the internet, with no one aware that a major scandal was about to break. However, in the underground world of the internet, movements had begun in closed and secret forums like AnonIB. On these forums, hackers were sharing and sometimes selling celebrity leaks with each other. Only a select few had access to these platforms, and the shared photos rarely leaked to the outside world. But one night, everything changed. A person on the AnonIB forum triggered a major leak that would create a surge of interest. These dark forums on the internet revealed the chaotic side of the digital world. One person within this group made a decision that would change everything. Reputation was no longer enough. These photos had to be monetized. The plan was perfect in theory. The celebrities' private photos would only be sold to trusted individuals in exchange for cryptocurrency, allowing the hacker to profit while maintaining anonymity. But things did not go as planned. That person chose a large platform like 4chan to sell the photos. This move was the first spark that ignited the chaos, and soon the spread of the photos could not be stopped. This trade, which began in anonymous forums, quickly spiraled out of control. At that time, 4chan was a platform known for its love of creating chaos and notorious troll activities. A user shared an inappropriate photo of Jennifer Lawrence, alongside the message, "I have more, I can sell them." This was a turning point in internet history. The anonymous users of 4chan went wild, clamoring to see more photos. Driven by greed, the hacker continued to share the leaks. During this process, other users began investigating the source of these photos and eventually discovered the AnonIB forum. This move, which marked the beginning of the leak, was proof of how quickly things could spiral out of control. This discovery fueled the growth of the scandal. Now, Not only a few celebrities, but many Hollywood stars had their private photos exposed one by one. The scandal initiated by the hackers launched a new era in the digital world. It demonstrated how fragile privacy was and how insecure the internet could be. Each day, the number of leaked celebrities grew, and the media relentlessly followed the story. These leaks, rapidly spreading across the digital world, deeply shook both Hollywood and internet users alike. That night, 4chan's homepage was continuously filled with new content. Every second, new photos of celebrities were shared, and the list grew longer. Kim Kardashian, Kate Upton, Selena Gomez, Amber Heard. In one night, the list had grown to include over 100 names. 4chan users saved and shared the photos they saw, accelerating the spread of the event. Soon, these leaks began to be shared on larger platforms like Reddit, and every corner of the internet was ablaze with this incident. This massive leak, combined with the speed of the internet, led to the uncontrolled spread of private photos. It was as if a fire had broken out on social media. Every moment, new private photos of celebrities were emerging. News channels covered the scandal by the minute, and the internet turned into a chaotic environment. It was clear that this scandal didn't just affect the lives of the celebrities involved, but also sparked debates that would reshape the entire internet world. Privacy, security, and the threats to personal information in the digital age suddenly became a global issue. This event, known as the Fappening, became a turning point in the digital world. For 4chan, what had already transpired was not enough. The anonymous users of the platform, seeking to create more chaos, decided to start a fake campaign. On Twitter, they launched a campaign aimed at leaking more celebrities' photos. This campaign quickly became a trend. With the use of fake photos and tweet bots, 4chan succeeded in this endeavor. The campaign gathered so much attention that many people truly joined in, sharing their own photos. The internet was dragged into an even greater chaos, and the event spiraled out of control. This became one of the largest leaks in internet history. The anonymous users of 4chan retreated to their corners, savoring the chaos they had created. The event had such a significant impact that it was etched into history under the name the Fappening. During this process, the anonymity in the digital world once again demonstrated how easy it was to commit cyberbullying and breaches. Platforms had been unable to stop the leaks, and the reverberations of the incident continued for a long time. The campaign launched in anonymous forums left an indelible mark on the internet world. After the incident, many celebrities filed lawsuits against the hackers. Everyone wondered how this massive leak had occurred. Most news channels claimed that a security vulnerability in iCloud was the main cause of the incident. However, in reality, these hackers were not software geniuses or technology experts. They had accessed the iCloud accounts of celebrities using a phishing technique. This method was quite simple. Hackers sent fake emails that appeared to be from major tech companies like Apple or Google, asking for account information. Celebrities believed these emails were real, entered their passwords, and the hackers gained direct access to their iCloud accounts. This simple fraud method was incredibly destructive in its results. With the stolen passwords, the private photos and videos in celebrities' galleries quickly fell into the hands of the hackers. These photos not only affected personal lives, but also demonstrated how fragile privacy could be. This attack on the digital privacy of celebrities by hackers went down in history as one of the biggest scandals in the digital world. The fact that such a large event could occur due to a simple phishing method revealed how big the threats to digital security were. This incident exposed a reality that threatened not only celebrities, but all internet users. In the end, some of these hackers were caught. Christopher Brannan, who had shared Jennifer Lawrence's photos at the beginning of the incident, was arrested by the FBI. In addition to him, Ryan Collins, George Garfa, Emilio Herrera, and Edward Majork were also sentenced to prison for their involvement in the leaks. Brannan was sentenced to 34 months, Collins to 18 months, Garfa to 8 months, Herrera to 16 months, and Majork to 9 months. These arrests demonstrated how serious the consequences of digital crimes could be. The hackers had initially been emboldened by the belief that they were anonymous, but digital traces prevented them from evading justice. The details that emerged during the trials revealed how organized and large-scale the leak truly was. Additionally, each of them was fined hundreds of thousands of dollars. These fines were significant steps that emphasized the severity of digital crimes and the message that they would not go unpunished. However, for the celebrities involved, these penalties were not a consolation. Their privacy had been irreversibly violated, and their personal lives had become the subject of ridicule in the darkest corners of the internet. These arrests highlighted the societal consequences of digital crimes, particularly attacks on privacy. But the capture of just a few hackers was not enough. A broader security reform was needed in the digital world. In the end, the internet world etched this event, known as the Fappening, into its memory. These hackers had created massive chaos and had a worldwide impact. However, the media also played a major role in the growth of the incident. Gossip blogs and news channels, by keeping this event in the spotlight, contributed to the scandal's further spread. Even Forshan's fake Twitter campaign might not have garnered so much attention if the media hadn't fueled it. Nevertheless, this scandal became a dark stain in the history of the internet. Privacy rights and security debates flared up once again in the digital world. After this event, celebrities became more aware of how vulnerable their personal privacy could be. Jennifer Lawrence described the incident as a turning point in her life, stating that it was not merely a scandal, but a full-blown sexual crime. Lawrence's statements highlighted the great struggle celebrities face, not only in their professional lives, but also in their personal ones. These leaks made it clear that the internet could be not only a space of freedom, but also a battlefield where personal rights are vulnerable to attack. After the incident, many celebrities advocated for more serious steps to be taken regarding privacy rights. On the other hand, this leak led to tech giants reviewing their security systems. After the incident, Apple issued a major statement, claiming that there were no security vulnerabilities in iCloud and that the issue stemmed entirely from user errors. However, this explanation did not satisfy the public. Apple and other tech companies were forced to enhance their security measures to prevent such incidents from happening again. Improvements were made in two-factor authentication systems and password security, aiming to build a stronger defense mechanism against such cyber attacks. Despite these improvements, the event left deep scars in the technology world. The Fappening showed how even simple causes, like phishing attacks and user errors, could lead to significant leaks. Tech companies realized the importance of being more vigilant against security gaps and educating users. The Fappening incident demonstrated that not only celebrities, but all internet users were vulnerable, and this issue continued to be discussed for a long time in the tech world.